Welcome to our Meet Plexus, the products and the opportunity. And I am so excited that Becky is here with me to do this. So we are going to go ahead and get started. So if you are from a different state, like Becky is close to Wisconsin, I am in Illinois. We would love to just know where you're from if you're watching the recording. Obviously, we hope that you are enjoying some beautiful weather, and we're just so excited that you're here. Our hope and our vision is truly for you to walk away feeling excited and leaving better than you came. So whether you decide to order or not, really our heart is that you hear something that inspires you to maybe make a change or make a difference in your life and to create a legacy you can be super proud of. So this is our Meet Plexus call. My name is Shannon Kaltenbach, and in these pictures, you can see this is our team. We have way too much fun when we are together. These are pictures of us at convention and just doing different activities. So I want you to know that before I decided to say yes to ordering some products, I was just as skeptical as as what I'm sure many of you are. But I'm super glad that I did because back before I started, I had a terrible Diet Mountain Dew addiction. I was addicted to that, to caffeine. I had hormonal imbalance that was out of control. After having 3 miscarriages and 2 full-term pregnancies within 3 years. I'm incredibly grateful that the Lord blessed me with my 2 beautiful kiddos. But if you do have anyone in your life that is walking through the miscarriage or infertility, please know I'm always a shoulder to speak with, cry to, all the things, because I do remember how incredibly tough it was. But I was blessed with 2 beautiful babies, but all the hormones that I had to take to keep my pregnancies left me feeling ashamed. And you might be going, well, why ashamed? Because I was some days depressed. Some days I was filled with anxiety. Some days I literally had rage. And I'm not even joking. I would look over at my husband and want to choke him for breathing. And some days I literally would look at him and say, I don't even want to be a mom. Now, that was awful because of the fact that I had literally prayed for these 2 miracles. And here I was saying that. So I begged my OB when he came to me and said, I think it's time that we talk about some options. And I said, please, could we have an option that is not medication, even though I know that there is a place for that. But he actually said to me, I want you to go find yourself a good probiotic and a good vitamin. And I had no idea that gut health was tied to not only that with all my hormonal imbalance, but my constipation issues I'd had my entire life, like literally from birth. So the gut health system that we're going to talk about in a little bit literally helped me get me back. And I am so grateful for that. And that is why I started just organically sharing something I loved, because I figured there's got to be other women out there like me that felt that exact same way. And I actually had no idea that sharing organically would end up leading me to leaving my teaching career and being a work from home mom that I literally always dreamed of. So I will get into that more in a little bit, but let's dive into these products because that is what you're here for. Okay. So these are our drinks, our supplements. And have you ever said to yourself, I don't need supplements? And meanwhile, you have no energy, you binge eat sugar, you avoid certain foods, you feel sick often, bloated belly. I remember, this is a little embarrassing, but I'll tell you. I remember I would go to dinner with my husband, like we would go on date night, and I would literally be asking him to stop at a gas station 5 minutes from leaving the restaurant. And so, anyone else ever feel that way? Because my stomach was just out of control. And so, I struggled with that, right? I had no energy at the time. I was bloated. I couldn't get the weight off. But what I fell in love with, honestly, when I found Plexus was the clean ingredient standards that they have. So there's no artificial colors, no artificial sweeteners or flavors. They're gluten-free, non-GMO, plant-based. And you can read all the things that they do not have in them. No artificial stimulants and safe for daily use, which was really important. You guys, we're talking about really daily wellness. So something that you can take every single day that is going to benefit your body. We are made in the USA. I love that. And backed by science, which is absolutely huge. So we have a few combos that are our best sellers. And so we're going to talk about those. So first and foremost is our newest one, our GLP support system. So I love the purple drink. Okay. It is absolutely changed things for me. That is actually my before and after picture, the May 26, 2025 versus now. Perimenopause hit me like a freight train, and we were also traveling in a camper on the road at that point in time. And so my body was going through just a lot. And I started drinking the purple drink and taking 2 capsules of balance right there, and it literally changed things for me. Now, I was already doing the gut health system, which Becky's going to talk about in a little bit, but this GLP support system is really about healthy weight management, reducing calorie intake. It slows carb and sugar absorption and supports healthy blood glucose levels. So, what this does is it actually boosts your natural GLP-1 hormone. So, we have that, and this actually boosts that naturally for you. It isn't magic, right? And it's just not, it's absolutely not another gimmick. It's a strategy. So those 3 products together work really powerfully, and have a different level of intention. So you mix the 2 drinks, the Slim Hunger Control and the Restore together, and you take 2 capsules of balance all at the same time. So it is simple, right? And that's what works. When things are simple, we are too busy, our lives are crazy. We need simple, and that's what works. Okay. I also want to just shout that Restore is so much more than just what you think with weight management, right? It is, and I truthfully just want to scream that out loud, but it's supporting your liver health. It's a natural detox for your liver. It promotes cellular repair and healthy aging. And like, who does not want all of that goodness, right? So, and that is my friend Alita that is in the beautiful dress, and she is actually down even further now. All right, I want to get into quickly some busy mama combos because I feel like we have hit back to school season, crazy chaos, right? And these are 2 of my absolute favorite combos for if you are a busy mama, okay? Maybe the GLP-1 support system is not for you. This may be for you. So we're going to talk about just some different avenues. So Slim, Active, and Hydrate. This is for the busy mama who wants to feel her best. So Slim is our pink drink. It is for blood sugar balance. It is amazing. I say it's like the GOAT product for Plexus, right? You are going to get the biggest bang for your buck. It is also helping with reducing your sugar cravings. It helps with hormones, right? We have a patent on that actually, on that pink drink. It's so good. So you've got that. Then you've got your Active, which is a clean energy drink. All right. No synthetic ingredients, no artificial sweeteners, no garbage junk in it. Like, y'all, this is so good. It comes in 3 different flavors. We've got peach mango, that's my husband's favorite. We've got starfruit guava, and then we've got pineapple lemongrass. And I actually really like all 3. So if you are someone who's like, I struggle with like the afternoon slump, you need this. I struggle with the morning just getting up and going. You need this. Okay. I want a good pre workout. Here you go, right here. This also helps boost nitric oxide production, which is really important if you are someone who is in the gym. Really good for you. All right, then we have Hydrate is our electrolyte drink. So I want you to think Gatorade, but leveled up Gatorade. Like Gatorade that is an electrolyte drink that is actually no artificial sweeteners, colors, no junk, not a bunch of sugar in it, has more vitamin C than 2 whole oranges. Y'all, this is so good. So we have the lemon lime flavor, and then we did have this blue raspberry flavor. And the only reason I'm showing you this is because I'm hoping and praying they bring this back because this flavor is amazing. My kids love it. So your kids, like, they need this. You need this, right? Because if you're not a water drinker, and sometimes water alone actually isn't enough, your body needs electrolytes. And this is a really great electrolyte drink that is made for like everyday use. Okay. All right. Then we have the Slim, Active, and Vital Biome. So if you are someone who deals with a lot of stress, maybe you're postpartum, any of those, you have anxiety, a little depression, this is Vital Biome is such a great product for you. And I don't even have one down here. But I already talked about the Slim and the Active, and then you add Vital Biome in there. It is a probiotic that has specific strands in it that is for reducing stress, anxiety, depression, those things. It has been game changer. I feel like I'm a high stress carrying type of person, and it has really made a huge difference. So those are our busy mama combos.
Here's a number that
All
made
right,
me
so we're going to
realize
get
that
into
we
gut health because we know gut health is a huge deal. When I started 11 years ago, nobody actually knew about gut health. And I feel like people thought I was crazy when I would try to talk about it. And now it's everywhere, right? So I want to play you this short little clip. It is from Mel Robbins. If you know who she is a best-selling New York author, and she had this guest on her podcast, and she's just amazing. So I'm just going to play a little clip of this.
Have a gut health crisis hiding in plain sight. 40% of Americans say that their bowels disrupt their daily lives.
40%?
15% of Americans have irritable bowel syndrome. 3 out of 4 Americans can't poop in a public restroom. 1 out of 3 struggle to go to the bathroom on vacation.
Okay, you guys, I could play that whole entire thing, but I'm not going to.
Here's a number that made me realize that we have a gut health crisis.
Okay, so if you heard that, I felt all those things, right? So embarrassing. And to think that that many Americans have that is just mind blowing to me. So you can see that gut health isn't just something, it's literally everything. On this slide, you can see that 90% of your serotonin, your happy hormone, is produced in your gut, right? The chronic fatigue and brain fog is experienced 2 to 3 times more often for people whose gut is out of balance. So I don't know about you guys, but I like to hear from real people about how this has helped them. Okay. I am kind of one of those girls, though. It's like, just tell me what it's going to do for me and what it did for you, and then I'm good to go. Right. Some people are the researchers and they need that, but I'm just a firm believer in hearing about how these products really work for people. So I'm going to let Becky take it over. And thank you so much, Becky. I can't wait to hear about all the gut health system.
Thank you, Shannon. Okay, so my Plexus story started around 2017. It was about a year and a half after my son was born. And at that point, I wanted to lose some weight. But more than anything, I can remember I'm too young to feel this old. I was tired. I relied heavily on coffee. I had a Diet Pepsi addiction. Shannon had heard Mountain Dew. I had Diet Pepsi just to get through my days and to feel like myself. About that same time, my daughter was diagnosed with juvenile arthritis. So suddenly I'm hearing all of this stuff about gut health. It's all inflating. It's like just, we know with, Facebook, with social media, with everything with our computers, it all just starts coming at you. So that world, that was a world I didn't know anything about. Before I even considered what anything could do for her, I decided I was going to try these products and see what they can do for myself first. And things started changing in those first few months. I lost about 20 pounds. I felt less puffy. My energy was improved. I started needing less and less caffeine. Now, I am a full-time math teacher. I've been teaching for 25 years now. So I need that extra boost of energy sometimes just to get through my day. So the fact that I wasn't needing it was really, really impactful. Over time, I became more active. I started running and working out. And by 2019, I probably was at one of the lowest weights that I had been probably since college. I felt great, but life has its lessons. And my story definitely is not a straight line. Over the next several years, routines changed, stress increased. I stopped doing the things that, had been working for me, and some weight came back on. Then last year, our family entered a completely different season when my daughter was now diagnosed also with type 1 diabetes. Between navigating that, the normal stress of life, and now being fully perimenopause myself, I've had to lean into a body or learn to support a body that isn't necessarily the same thing that I was supporting in 2019. And that's an important part of my story. I'm not standing here with the perfect before and after side-by-side picture that I found a magic solution and I never struggled again. I'm standing here 9 years later, still using the products because I've learned that wellness isn't something you arrive at. You have to continue adjusting and supporting your body through the season that you're in. Right now, I'm doing exactly that. I'm rebuilding some of those habits, learning what my body needs in this hormonal season, and continuing to make my gut health, my blood sugar, nutrition, movement, and supplementation part of that foundation. So when I share these products with you tonight, I'm sharing them as someone who has used them through different seasons and continues to choose them as part of my support of my overall wellness. So since Shannon talked about gut health and why it matters, let me show you how it supported my gut and what it looked like for me. So the first product that in our system that I want to talk about is our BioCleanse. And I have, it comes in multiple sizes. So there's a couple of different options based on your needs. This is what we call, so overall, this is our gut health system. The easiest way to explain these three products is weed, seed, and feed. So like I said, BioCleanse first is our weeding. It contains ingredients like magnesium, vitamin C, citrus bioflavonoids, and is designed to support the body in a natural cleansing process, regularity, and healthy digestive environment. Next, we seed with ProBio 5. It contains 5 probiotic strains with an enzyme blend, and we're adding beneficial microbes while supporting the healthy digestive environment. And the last Shannon's already talked about is our Slim. She showed you the sticks. It comes in a pack when it's sent to you. We feed it with the Slim. So the Slim microbiome, we have 2 versions of it. The Slim microbiome is, it contains a prebiotic blend that's designed to nourish the microbiome. So weed, what we don't want, seed, the beneficial microbes, and then feed, we want to feed those microbes. That's why these aren't just random products. They're designed as a system to support the gut from different directions. Can you go to the next slide?
Yep.
Thanks. Okay, so we have, these are our top options. These aren't just, now that this slide is really showing you, we have 3 different combos that typically fall into what people are needing. Maybe you're listening tonight and you're thinking gut health, that's me. You know, Shannon shared a little bit. I've shared some. There's a specific system for that. That's our gut health system. Maybe weight management is something that you're looking into, and the GLP-1 support that Shannon shared with there's an option there for you. Or maybe you're thinking, I need all of it. We do have the GLP-1 and gut health system that brings all the pieces together, and it will support through all the levels. And this month, everyone who orders that system, that gut health and GLP-1 combo, you're also going to receive a free 3-day reset. And I'm going to talk more about that one in a moment. And then over to the right, we have our 2 simpler systems that Shannon shared about, the Busy Mama combinations. These are another great starting point. If you're just thinking, I don't necessarily want a whole system, I just need some support right now. The biggest thing is you don't have to figure it out. Tell whoever that invited you tonight what stood out. What are your goals? And we'll help you decide which starting point makes most sense for you. Can you change the slide? All right. So the last thing I want to touch on, one of the last things, to touch on is what it looks like when you actually decide to get started. Most people choose to become a VIP customer, which gives you a discounted VIP pricing. But something I really love is that Plexus rewards you for staying consistent. And what's called is our Stay Well program. Remember that free reset that I just mentioned about the combo. If you are new and you're ordering that combo, that's an extra incentive, especially for those 2 product or that combo of products. Can you go back first, Jan?
Yep.
So it's really designed to help you think, designed around something I think even matters more. It's the consistency. None of us got here overnight, and we're not going to change everything overnight either. Our bodies need time. Wellness ebbs and flows in different seasons of life, and it requires us to adjust what we're doing. At month 2, you'll receive a free sampler pack with single serving packets, different product flavors, a fun way to try new things that you haven't ordered yet. Month 3, you're going to receive a full-size product. One reward we received is a Slim variety pack with different flavors all mixed together. And then month 6, you're going to receive that 3-day reset for free. Guys, that's $119 value that this company is giving us just for staying consistent and with your qualifying subscription. To me, it's not just about getting free products. I love what the program encourages. Give yourself time to be consistent, build a routine, stay and pay attention to the wins along the way, and let's support you through the process. When you start with us, we're not just sending you a link and saying good luck. We're going to help you choose a system that makes sense for your goals, establish your routine, and continue to support as you go. So our reset. Since we mentioned reset a couple of times, let me explain what this actually is. When you receive a reset, it comes in a very nice little box. Mine is actually still unopened. I got to do another reset. I got one sitting here, but it comes in so neatly packaged. As you can see with Shannon holding up and in the slide here, you have each of your days completely mapped out for you. You don't need anything but hot water or cold water or some milk, depending on what variations. And again, we're here to help and support those needs. Our reset is our 3-day nutritionally supported fast. So you're not just getting 3 days without eating. We're not starving. Everything you need for those 3 days is laid out, designed, and provide a nutritional support while you're taking a short break from your normal eating routine. But for me, the biggest thing about reset isn't just the 3 days. It's what those 3 days help me do mentally and with my habits. I look at it as a chance to draw a line in the sand and say, okay, we're getting intentional again. It gives me 3 simple days of simple things, step away from some of the habits that may have creeped back in, and then come out of it ready and more intentional of what I'm doing next. So whether your goal is weight management, whether your goal is to get back into healthier eating habits, or simply feeling like you need a new fresh start. The bottom line, reset, it's 3 intentional days is designed to help you reset, refocus, and move forward. And remember, this month, if you choose that gut health and GLP-1 support system, you're getting it free. So that's actually a tool that you can have to help support and kick off your journey. Okay, and with that, I am going to turn this back over to Shannon because there's a little bit more information that we want to share with you tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Becky. All right. Now, I feel like I would do a huge disservice if I did not talk about the opportunity, because so many of us are looking for financial help and looking for something that doesn't allow you to leave your home, that doesn't make you have to go get daycare if you have young kids, right? Doesn't cost you time away because you maybe already spend time away. And so multiple streams of income, I feel, is absolutely necessity to help your family, with debt, to get ahead, to do the special things that you like. Maybe you're like, I don't even have that. I just want like extra money because my kids are so expensive. And maybe I want like nail money, and stuff like that. So I just want to talk a little bit why I chose to start the opportunity. I'm just going to show this slide. So 44 million Americans actually have a side hustle, and 76% of those say that they love their side hustle, right? So I actually was a teacher, a fourth grade teacher for 19 years. And I did this alongside of Plexus, or did teaching alongside of Plexus for all but, well, I've been in Plexus for 11 years. So basically like 7 out of the 11 years is what I actually taught and did Plexus. And it just fits so perfectly into, and that's what I love, is like this opportunity just fits perfectly into anything that you're already doing. And I didn't expect, like you guys, you heard me say I left my career for that. But what I didn't think would happen with this opportunity, because truthfully, I will be honest, I was not looking for network marketing. Okay. When somebody said that, I was like, I already did it. Didn't work. No, thank you. I'm good. And it was because I didn't make money. I was gone out of the house doing shows. I'm not going to say which company. They've already gone under, actually. But what I found, that this opportunity was so different in the best of ways. And I didn't tell people that I had actually been praying for a second stream of income, because we were drowning in debt 11 years ago. I had 2 little kids. My school district went on a 7-year pay freeze. I went and got my master's without paying off my bachelor's. My interest rates were out of the control. Like, it was terrible. Okay. But because of this unconventional income, I was able to take my family members on vacations that I would have never been able to do. I have been able to pay off loads of debt that our family had, that I like to call a black cloud over us. I have money for the extra things. I remember the days of going to the grocery store and literally taking a calculator with me because I couldn't go over. And I don't have to do that. So when I share this, I learned like something that I just want to share with you, okay, that I learned in that really hard season of taking the calculator and feeling strained, and my husband working 2 jobs, is that I'd rather opportunity come knocking at my door than it not come knocking at all, right? Because if it comes knocking and you don't say yes, it really makes you stop and think, right? Like, what if I said, I'm not ready? I'm going to let it pass me by. But if I had let that opportunity pass me by, I would not be sitting here probably today talking to you and living out a dream that I had on my heart. And I feel like only the Lord really knew that I had it on my heart. I had this small voice that just kept moving me closer and saying, what if this really could be something that changes everything? And so, anyways, I did. And 11 years in, I love it. I absolutely adore doing this. I have gotten to, like I said, take extravagant vacations that I would have never been able to take. I got to take my mom to Hawaii, and after her watching our children for 6 years, you know what kind of gift that was. I would have never been able to afford that, right? My sister-in-law, I know you're on here, Elise. I got to take her to Mexico and have a trip together to make memories with. I've gotten to take my daughter. I've got to take my best friend. And not that traveling is everything, but it's something that I always wanted to do, but never had the money to do. Okay. I've got to help countless people change their health and have those testimonials that, like, thank you so much. I am able to show up better. I'm able to make it through dinner and not have to stop at a gas station, right? Like, I'm able to go to the bathroom. It's all those things. But one thing that this led to was me leaving my career and my family actually traveling in a camper for 9 months. We literally just left and went. And because of this opportunity, I was able to do that. So, you guys, this is real money. Like, that's something that I feel like money can sometimes be a taboo subject, but there is actually real money. When I tell you that my teaching 19-year teaching career, this was making just as much as that, actually more than that. And so when I say like the money is real, it really is. And so one of the things that I absolutely love though is the community that this has brought, right? I have the most incredible women. Becky, I went to college with, but honestly didn't know her in college. And Plexus is what connected us. And she is one of my very best friends. And so I just love being surrounded by people who build you up and encourage you and just make you feel so amazing and that are there to pray with you, right? That's really important to me. And so maybe you're sitting there going, I don't know. But truthfully, like, I was just an ordinary girl that started with a hope and a prayer that something could be different, right? I wasn't looking for a business. That's not what I was looking for, right? I was just looking for hope. And I wanted to get my family out of debt. That was it. So let's get to, I'm just going to skip through these slides. I could really talk about the opportunity for a long time, but I just want to show you what is possible. Okay. So as you can see, those money amounts right there are what people make at the different ranks. And there is so many incredible things about this company, right? You just share things that you love. Like, people say, well, I'm not a salesperson. Good. I don't want you to be. Right? We aren't salespeople. I don't have a sales background. I have no sales background. I started sharing something that changed my life and I loved, just like we share about restaurants and we share about boutiques. I do, right? And we share about all those different things. And so just for literally sharing with 3 friends, you can make, especially this month, for like almost $400. And it's always $300 at least, right? And some months are a little different, but these ranks are just what people can make and what is possible. And I just want to show you that is possible, right? I have many people that I know that are diamonds, sapphires, emeralds, senior rubies. Like, that money is life-changing. And so maybe you're someone who is like, I don't really know about that, right? But I want you to know that we always meet you where you're at, wherever that is, right? Maybe you're stuck at a 9 to 5, right? Maybe you're already an entrepreneur and you're feeling a little burnout, or you're a stay-at-home mom and you have some ambition, right? There's room for your ambition here. I love being home. So maybe you're excited and inspired, thinking, all right, Shannon, what do I do next? Well, what do you do next? You're just going to get with the person that invited you or sent you this recording, and you're going to talk to them about what you feel is the best combo for you, right? You literally can't go wrong with the ones that we showed you. When you order, that's going to unlock your referral link and your free website. So you literally have a turnkey business for under $150, right? Because your products are really, that's it. Like, you order your own products, that's it. So when you refer 3, right, you're going to get at least $300 cash. 6, you're going to get, let's see, I think it's the next slide is 6. You're going to get $420, and it just keeps going up from there. Okay. As you can see on that slide. So really, I hope that you can feel my heart through this, that I just I love this opportunity. I love these products. And that there's just potential here that could literally change everything for you. So whether that's a health standpoint that you want to change, or whether that is a financial standpoint, we just want you to know that we are here to support you with whatever that is for you. So I just want you to think about tonight as you go to bed, instead of thinking, what if this doesn't work? I want you to go to bed thinking, what if this changes everything? What if this actually works for me? Right? So if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to either one of us or the person that invited you here. And we just really thank you for spending your evening with us, because we know that life is super busy and we just really appreciate it. So thank you all and have a wonderful, wonderful evening.